All remember earlier I was talking about how blessed that we are in a city with all our elected official family that is really watching out for us. And we have a mayor who at the top who is setting the tone, walking the walk, talking the talk, making sure that we bring our diversity together and making sure that there's no room for hate against anybody in this city. So welcome, Mayor London Breed.
Thank you. Thank you so much. The city is coming alive again, Claudine, and I can't be more thrilled than to be here with you and so many of our city leadership to recognize and honor and launch APA Heritage Month in the city and county of San Francisco for the month of May. So before I sign this proclamation, I can't help but reminisce about my experiences growing up in this community right down the street and coming to Japantown and spending so much time here as a kid. We know the history of the communities that existed in the Western Addition, the Japanese and African American communities where we lived together in harmony, where we lived together and supported and uplifted one another. In fact, I probably wasn't the best behaving teenager at times, but I was never told I had to leave this community. I was always disciplined, of course, but I was embraced. And that is what we have to do to build those bridges, to break down those barriers, to deal with what we know has been challenging, a challenging year for our Asian Pacific Islander community, a challenging year for our African American community, a challenging year as it relates to this pandemic. But you know what? The one thing that we all know, that we are an incredible city. We're a city of resilience. We're a city of inclusiveness. We're a city of diversity. We are a city that when faced against the wall, we have each other's back. We're going to do everything we can in San Francisco to continue to build those bridges. And as we begin to reopen, I want you all to just take a moment to realize what all of you have done. When we first closed San Francisco down, you all did your part. San Francisco is one of the densest cities in the country, and we have had not only one of the lowest death rates. So as we began to reopen, as we began to recover, as we began to finally see what one another looks like after a year of quarantine, let us just remember how challenging that year was. Let's remember that we all faced it together. And let's remember to be kind to one another, to support one another, to uplift one another, to share in on celebrations like the one that we are doing today. Claudine, I want to thank you for all of your work and your dedication in recognizing APA Heritage Month in San Francisco every single year, bringing together our Asian communities, but also continuing to build cross-cultural relationships embedded in this various performances, events, the films at CamFest, and all of the things that you're doing throughout the month of May. Yes, today had to be a little bit smaller of an event, but we are still mighty in force when we come together to celebrate APA Heritage Month in San Francisco. So before I recognize and honor those who are joining us here today, at this time, I'd like to sign the proclamation so that we can declare today APA Heritage Month in San Francisco. Now, for those of you with those cameras where you can edit, you know, it's very windy up here today, so please try to edit the craziness of my hair. in your photos. I would appreciate that very much. Now at this time, we're here to recognize a number of incredible organizations. First, the National Japanese American Historical Society for their 40th anniversary. This organization has been protecting the history and the culture of the Japanese community, not just here in San Francisco, but on a national level. When you look at the work that has been done here, right here in Japantown, one of the first historical districts, one of the first communities where we have recognized the need to preserve the history and culture of this community because of people like Richard Hashimoto and Sandy Mori and others who continue to work hard. I want to, at this time, welcome Director Rosalind Tani and ask her to come to the stage to accept this award. Rosalind?
Thank you. Hi, Rosalind Tonai, National Japanese American Historical Society. I want to thank Grace Horikiri, Richard Hashimoto for the nomination. They're an amazing duo that brings resiliency and life to Japantown. And of course, Sandy Mori, the brains behind the outfit. Thank you, Sandy. I wanted to tell you just simply that we're an organization about storytelling. We know the stories about struggle. We know the stories about perseverance. We know the stories about giving light and hope to people in the future. So thank you for this honor. And we continue to tell those stories. You continue to tell those stories so that your children, your grandchildren will know a better world. I want to acknowledge our wonderful staff that are working today. Melissa Ayumi Bailey, Nihei, and Max Nihei. They met at the Historical Society and were married this year, and that's one of the hopeful signs of today. Thank you.
Next up, for the past 45 years, San Francisco has had an amazing sister city relationship with the city of Seoul. And so our next honoree has been deepening the cultural and economic ties between our cities for the past 45 years. San Francisco prides itself on being an international city. And those relationships, in light of the challenges that we have faced over the past few years, have been instrumental. And at this time, I'd like to welcome Hagen Choi to accept the award for the 45-year celebration between the sister city relationship of Seoul and San Francisco.
Hello. On behalf of San Francisco Seoul Sister City Committee, I would like to extend my thanks to Mayor Britt and APA Heritage Celebration Committee for selecting us as one of the recipients of the Community Milestones Award in the year 2021. I'm also honored to celebrate the 45th anniversary of San Francisco and Seoul Sister City relationships. Despite of this hardship brought us by pandemic, I still look forward to re-energizing friendship and also continuing to develop prosperous future between our two cities. Thank you.
Thank you very much, and congratulations on the award for this incredible relationship. You know, San Francisco has a very thriving Filipino community. And for 60 years, San Francisco has celebrated a relationship, a sister city relationship with our city and Manila. And today, we celebrate that relationship, and I want to ask Carmen Kalat to come up and accept this award.
Good afternoon, Japantown, and ladies and gentlemen. My name is Carmen Colette, and I'm the chairperson of the San Francisco-Manila Sister City Committee. And on behalf of our committee, I accept the APA Award for 60 years of service. Yay! And our Consul General is right there. Consul General Ferrer. He's brand new. Welcome. And I would like to say that the connectivity between San Francisco and Manila is huge, and it's going on. And sorry, Mr. COVID, you are going away soon. Thank you so much, San Francisco. Thank you, Mayor Breed.
Thank you and welcome, Council General. I look forward to connecting with you fairly soon. Today, we honor one of our publications that is an important part of not just the Chinese press, but an important part of reporting the news and the stories of our communities throughout San Francisco. The World Journal is celebrating its 45th anniversary, and I'd like to ask David Yang to accept the award, the publisher of the World Journal. David?
Hello to everyone here. It is my honor to be here and share our excitement and happiness to all of you. First of all, I would like to thank Mayor Britt and Claudine and the APA Heritage Month for this special recognition, which is really meaningful to us. As Mayor mentioned, this year is our 45th anniversary. Over the past 45 years, as the largest Chinese language newspapers in the US, the World Journal has been the has been a platform to help Chinese immigrants community to connecting with the broad mainstream society. And we think on the future, we will try to do our best to build a more diverse and inclusive and comprehensive platform, and let us to tell more stories and to strengthen our counter-community engagement. And last, I would like to thank all of you here and wish you all of you best. Thank you very much.
Thank you, and congratulations again to World Journal. Our final award goes to the Japanese Chamber of Commerce of Northern California for their 70th anniversary, 70 years of helping to support our businesses, many of our businesses here in Japantown. Now, we know Rich Hashimoto is the president of the Merchants Association here in J-Town, but we also have a Chamber of Commerce that works with all of our Japanese businesses throughout Northern California. And can you believe they have been doing this for 70 years? That is an incredible milestone. And I want to ask Tasha Yorozu to come up and accept this award.
Hi, everyone. On behalf of the Japanese Chamber of Commerce of Northern California, I'd like to thank everyone for this award. My name is Tasha Yorozu, and I am the board chair of the Japanese Chamber of Commerce of Northern California. It was 70 years ago that we were established, but in reality, we were established 71 years ago by the help of local Japanese Americans, even before the US-Japan Peace Treaty was signed. And it was not the best of times to be doing business in the United States as a Japanese corporation. So the local Japanese Americans got together to support the corporations that had just come from Japan to assimilate and do business and thrive with the community. So the next year, when the Japanese Chamber of Commerce was incorporated, it was as a result of the effort, the tireless effort that the local Japanese American community contributed and gave to the Chamber of Commerce. Over the years, the Japanese Chamber of Commerce has thrived in the community, but it would not have been able to do that without the community. So we stand tall and strong and continue to grow and thrive thanks to the Japanese American community and the community in Northern California. Thank you so much, Madam Mayor. And I see our Consul General is here, Consul General Maeda, and Rich, and Claudine. Thank you so much for this award.
With that, I want to thank everyone for being here today. So many of our elected leaders who may not represent this district but decided to join us anyway. Thank you guys for leaving your homes and coming to enjoy today's celebration in Japantown. Thank you to the officers from Northern Station and some of our firefighters from Station 5 and our paramedics, those who are keeping folks in this community safe. And thank you to all of the folks who will be performing here and performing in different places. Make sure you tune in virtually to witness some of those incredible performances. CamFest will also be available and a number of other activities. Go online to look for great ways to celebrate APA Heritage Month. But don't leave Japantown without going into one of the restaurants or the stores and supporting the businesses that have been closed all year round. They need you. San Francisco is alive again, and it's time to come out of our shell. But let's also remember we're in a pandemic. Get your vaccine, wear your mask, do everything you can to continue to follow the health orders so that we don't go backwards. We're not going backwards. We're moving forward, and San Francisco will come alive again thanks to each and every one of you. Thank you all so much. Enjoy APA Heritage Month.